In the aftermath of this century's recession, budget cuts put art, music, physical education, and media service programs into halftime mode. This meant teachers of these subjects and services split their day between 2 or more schools, and students received only half of these valuable experiences. Marion County voters resolved this issue by approving a $1 million referendum in 2014 to restore these programs, then renewed it 4 years later, adding vocational programs and school safety to the mix. Today, 5 years into the referendum, despite a society dealing with COVID-19 and the unknown, students in Marion County Public Schools continue experiencing these classes full-time in creative ways. Take art class at East Marion Elementary, for example. Teacher Ann Hamilton takes her supplies and skills on the road to individual classrooms now, going to the students instead of them coming to her. This cuts down potential exposure time and keeps individual student groups together instead of intermingling with others. She calls it art on a cart, and students remain engaged in the process.
I'm back in elementary and I'm back teaching off a cart, and it's kind of fun. It's not as easy to push a cart in my 60s as it was when I was in my 20s, but it can still be done. You can still get your lessons across. We kind of make it fun.
About 16 miles away, this is the chorus class at Forest High School. For teacher Jessica Mangirio, excellence remains the expectation, and students are tuned in to great performances, albeit with masks and safe social distancing.
I miss the full sound of them not being muffled, but a lot of my colleagues are not singing, so I'm glad we've found a way to do it safely, and we've had literally no issues. And a lot of my students' parents say my kids feel safer in your class than other classes because it is always spaced out and always with masks all the time.
Physical education classes typically use the outdoors for classrooms. Today, physical contact is much more limited and monitored throughout each class period.
2, 3, 4.
Inside schools, things look different too. The importance of working technology now dominates education and provides the lifeline to thousands of online students.
So everything we do is technology driven. So these kids have learned Microsoft Office applications. We are using Microsoft Teams as the online learning platform, so everything was able to transfer over, and it's just kind of transferring those skills that they've learned in my class to our new COVID situation.
To ensure the district keys into spending referendum dollars as promised, an ICROC group, or Independent Citizens Referendum Oversight Committee, meets quarterly to review income and expenses doled out by the district. They then report to the Marion County School Board on how the district is doing with keeping its word. The amount raised by the referendum has increased each year thanks to rising property values. When it started, the referendum produced just under $16 million. Today, that number has climbed to over $20 million. The referendum also funds various reading programs, supports class size requirements, and helps the district keep state-certified teachers and paraprofessionals. Last school year, referendum dollars paid for 92 teachers and 212 paraprofessionals to help meet class size reduction, 25 PE teachers and 31 techs, 16 vocational teachers and 3 bus drivers to transport participating students, 15 and a half media specialist positions and 17 aides, 19 and a half art teacher units, and 19 music teachers and a program specialist to oversee art and music for the entire district. Professional development for teachers is also part of the promise, along with new expenses to help keep schools safe. Here's the big picture of how referendum dollars were spent last year. At the beginning of this school year, the district carried over $4.4 million in referendum dollars, reserved only for allowable expenses. That's in addition to whatever the $1 million brings in this fiscal year.
You got it?
All right, we got it.
All right, so those are the picture hangers.
All right, let's go.
Just like the referendum that generates lots of factors for accountability, students in William Tenney's logistics class at Lake Weir Middle are accountable for inventory. For this vocational education experience, this means lots of numbers, sorting, counting, and packing classroom supplies for a program benefiting outlying schools.
It is very important because if you don't have the stuff you need, then stuff can go wrong. And this is very important because what you need is what you get. And when you order what you need, you get it on time, and it's good business.
Referendum dollars help pay for positions and programs at every school. The future of these remain in the hands of voters, as they'll likely have the opportunity to renew their support before the current referendum sunsets in 2023.